Greetings, Dr. Victor here. So what's up with the carnivore diet? Watch the whole video to find out the horrible and eye-opening truth. So a carnivore diet, what does it mean? Basically, you are only allowed to eat only animal products. Did it came from an animal? Good, you are allowed to eat it. So basically the only things that you are allowed are meats of all kinds, fish, eggs, and that's about it. Of course, when I say meats of all kinds, I'm also referring to internal organs, so basically anything that comes from an animal. Some allow dairy, so cheese, milk. Some allow condiments, some don't allow condiments, so if you want to be extremely strict, you can't even eat pepper or some chili on your meat.
Way too peppery and you wouldn't even serve it to a fucking pig!
So as you can see, it's a really strict diet. So why should you do this? Why do you need to eat only meats and animal products? Keep in mind that there are some populations throughout the history that ate only animal products and just that, and are doing pretty okay. For example, the Inuits, from the cold regions of the earth. Everything around you being iced out, of course you're not gonna eat vegetables or plants because there's no vegetables or plants around you. So you're gonna only eat animal products. They basically eat some seal or internal organs, fat, blubber, and they're doing pretty okay. They are in top shape, top health, almost no cardiovascular disease, cancers, metabolic health is really good for them. The carnivore diet is of benefit and gives them optimal health. Also, there are some theories related to our evolution, human evolution, alongside the last hundreds of thousands of years, even millions of years, that back up the carnivore diet. Our brain and skull size has gradually increased. Some suppose, some theories that have some science backing it up, that it's because the invention of fire and the cooking of meats and ability to increase the calorie consumption, and that this carnivore diet was the factor that increased our brain size so much. Now if you can imagine with me being hundreds of thousands of years ago in the past, and you being in a normal day, being hungry, you're basically gonna eat either what you hunt, what you fish, some odd berries now and again, maybe some honey when you find that beehive, and that's like a celebration. That's all your food selection. You don't have supermarkets, you don't have agriculture, you don't have bread, and as I previously said, maybe some fruits. But in the winter time, you better bet you be eating only meat and just that, because there's no refrigeration, there's no fruits in the winter time. I don't know if you noticed that. So it's not such a weird theory and a big stretch to think that for most of our human existence we basically ate like this, like a carnivore. Meats, some odd fruits here and there, honey once a year, twice a year maybe, and some random leaves or weird wild plants that you could find in nature. If basically all of our human existence we ate this way, maybe this is the way that our body adapted to this way of eating, and this is the optimal and the best way to eat for optimal health. Now, besides that, we see in the literature and in people's experience a big sum of benefits by going just carnivore. For example, especially benefits in autoimmune disorders, from arthritic disorders, rheumatoid arthritis, from Hashimoto's, so autoimmune disorders of the thyroid gland, celiac disease, inflammatory bowel diseases, irritable bowel syndrome, which can sometimes lead to inflammatory bowel diseases. Also some neurological disorders, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, depression, anxiety can be improved by going on a carnivore diet. The reason for this is indeed because our body to certain constituents of these types of foods reacts badly and sometimes develops an inflammatory reaction and just explodes inflammation left and right. So their theory is because plants can't fend for themselves, like if you are to hunt an animal, it can run, so it doesn't need to develop any kind of magical barrier. But a plant needs to basically synthesize some toxic compounds that when you eat it, you're gonna be deterred the next time to do it again and eat the poor plant that's just sitting there and watching you. Hey, is he gonna eat me? Let's make this compound that when he's gonna eat me, he's gonna feel horrible for about a week. Or even worse, throughout his life he's gonna develop some autoimmune disorders or stuff like that. That's the theory. Now, there are some studies backing this up. For example, there are certain compounds called lectins, beans, legumes, nightshades, so certain vegetables, squash, which when you eat these types of, basically they're like a protein, they go into your gut. There they create an inflammatory reaction in your gut. In the long term, this can increase the chances of you getting an autoimmune disorder, or the onset of an autoimmune disorder could be because of these triggers. It is known right now that many of the autoimmune disorders and things related to immune reaction and your immune response are related to the gut health and the gut bacteria. Also fiber. But fiber is amazing. All of our lives we have been taught that fiber is Jesus, is the God of health. Well, yeah, it is healthy. But at the same time, for certain people, fiber is horrible. For example, those with IBS, so irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel disease, fiber can exacerbate their symptoms, their bloatness, their pain, their cramps. So fiber is not that good for absolutely everyone. Also, constipation. Won't you die of constipation if you don't eat any fiber? Constipation can be because of a myriad of factors, and quality studies have not really proven that adding more fiber to your diet can improve the symptoms of constipation. Actually, there's one interesting interventional study that was done on about 70-100 people, which they excluded completely fiber, and those that excluded the most fiber did the best with constipation. No symptoms of difficult defecation, of stool consistency, so their constipation gone away, gone with the wind, just by eliminating fiber. Those on a carnivore diet also see benefits on their metabolic health, improving insulin sensitivity, blood glucose, HDL, triglycerides, because you're removing a big part of the processed foods, of the carbs, many processed carbs in our usual Western or modern diet. For many people, it also improves these digestive symptoms of these weird ubiquitous diseases like irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel disease, making them feel less cramps, less pain. Many people also see improvements in their weight and weight distribution, muscle mass, fat loss, because carnivore diet, animal products are high in protein. They're really satiating. Protein supports muscle development and maintaining muscle, and they're not eating that much calories. Also, the many benefits can come just from this simple fact, from weight loss, because studies do support weight loss with any kind of method being beneficial for autoimmune disorders, inflammatory diseases, any kind of diseases you can imagine. Also, if you're not still convinced that this diet works, go and do a search on Facebook or on the Reddit groups of the carnivore diet, and out there you're gonna see hundreds, thousands of people that praise this diet because their symptoms have improved, their autoimmune disorders, their IBS, IBD, their depression, their anxiety. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't mean to be a rhyme, but whatever. Anyway, so there's clinical proof in this. People are actually feeling better and their symptoms go away on this diet. Why is this? Why is the carnivore diet helping these people and improving these types of symptoms and these diseases? Because basically it's an elimination diet. You're just eating 3-4 types of foods, and many of the triggers for the autoimmune disorders or for the specific symptoms of other diseases are because of wheat, maybe dairy, because of maybe processed stuff. And when you eliminate all that crap, maybe you're gonna feel better, maybe you're gonna have some weight loss, maybe you're gonna improve your insulin sensitivity, you're gonna lower your inflammation. Also, plants are not that good for you. Some of them want you dead. They have deadly toxins that if you're gonna eat, you're gonna die. For example, mushrooms that are poisonous and are gonna kill you if you eat them. Also, the humble almond, a certain type of almond, bitter almond, has a compound inside it that is toxic to all humans, and if you eat enough of it, you're gonna die, because it basically has something resembling cyanide. The same type of reactions when eating apricot kernels also had a toxic compound that you could die from it. You want to learn more about these plants that are trying to kill you? Okay, good. Broccoli, for example, I love broccoli, or cabbage has some compounds called goitrogens because they can make you develop goiter and develop hypothyroidism. They have compounds inside them that they can go into your intestines like little assassins, get your thyroid hormones and say stop synthesizing hormones, go home, stop. And then guess what? You're gonna develop hypothyroidism, goiter. Yeah, I love vegetables, but sometimes the vegetables trying to kill us. You know, it's not good. Another popular success story of implementing a carnivore diet is that of Jordan Peterson's daughter, Michaela Peterson, which had depression, mental disorders, and some arthritic affliction, all gone away with a carnivore diet. All of her symptoms improved, her mental state, mental disorders. And I think that's the most important thing basically when choosing a certain diet. If it makes you feel amazing and it relieves the symptoms that you have of certain diseases, that's amazing. So that's that. The carnivore diet is the best diet on the planet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see each other next time. No, I'm joking. Of course, it's not that simple. It's more complicated than that. So let's delve deeper into this subject. Now listen to me. This is just my opinion. But if you ever hear someone on this planet, doesn't matter, he could be a doctor, a specialist, smartest person on the planet, whatever, that claims with 100% certainty that a specific diet is the best for human health, then he's an idiot. At this moment right now, we still have a lot to learn about nutrition, and basically for any kind of food, disease, affliction, compound you can imagine, you can find 2 studies proving opposite things. Now, on the opposite side of what I just said in the first part of this video, fiber is horrible, fiber doesn't do anything for constipation, plants kill you. But on the other side, guess what? Fiber improves a lot gut health. Fiber is needed for gut diversity. The more diverse is your gut, the more healthy you are, and the less chance of developing autoimmune disorders and other types of diseases you have. Gut diversity is an important factor, and fiber helps gut diversity because a lot of bugs, of bacteria in your gut, healthy bacteria, feed off this fiber. And the bacteria can process fiber and increase short-chain fatty acid production in your gut. And these compounds have been shown to improve mental state, to improve metabolic health, even lower the risks of autoimmune disorders. Guess how your gut diversity is gonna be when you're eating only 3-4 foods. Probably not that good. We should need more studies on people that are eating only carnivore diet and see their gut. Yeah, so carnivore diets improved autoimmune disorders. But guess what? Also vegan diets improved the symptoms and autoimmune disorders. For example, in rheumatoid arthritis, a vegan diet improved inflammation markers, the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, the joints being affected, the number of joints being affected. So also the vegan diet has a lot of benefits for weight loss, for metabolic health. You should not forget that the people who live basically the longest are consuming a primarily vegan vegetarian diet. Those in the Okinawa region, basically consuming sweet potatoes, vegetables, rarely animal products, dairy, meats, are known to have great deal of longevity in their lives. Not right now, of course, because their diet is modernized and they eat a whole lot of crap. Of course, we don't know for sure that the diet is the cause for their increased longevity. It could be their social structure, their lack of pollution, their healthy eating unprocessed foods without chemicals and additives. We don't know for sure. Also, there are many interventional studies of vegan diets improving metabolic health, blood glucose, triglycerides, bad cholesterol, weight loss, improving autoimmune symptoms, IBS, IBD, so that's on the other side of the spectrum. And if the logic is that plants make us feel worse and kill us, then why this whole myriad of diseases and markers are being improved by eating a plant-based diet? Well, doesn't make any sense. So a carnivore diet. Is it healthy? Well, as we can see, there are some benefits of the carnivore diet. There are many people that live by this and swear by this, and we see many improvements in their symptoms. It could help you. But would I recommend doing a carnivore diet for a long period of time? No, because we don't have quality studies that show in such a long time, 1 year, half a year, only animal products, what is going to happen to your body. You're gonna die, you develop cancer, are you gonna be sad, are you gonna turn into a steak? I don't know. My opinion is, for a healthy life and healthy eating, focus on unprocessed foods. The more natural, the better. Get rid of junk food, processed food. The more ingredients a food has, the worse it is. Chemicals, emulsifiers, flavorings, whatever. The more chemicals, the worse it is. Some healthy fruits, leafy greens, vegetables, quality meats, fish that you know came from a quality source. Basically, that's it. But if a person feels amazing on a certain type of diet and it works for them, okay, I don't care. I don't have a certain agenda to promote a certain type of diet. I don't care. I just want to find out the truth. Which is the best diet, the most healthiest that you're gonna live the longest, 100 years in great health. This is what I care about. I don't care carnivore diet, keto diet, dairy diet, Twinkie diet. If it works the best and it has the best results, that's the one that I'm gonna choose, and it's backed up by science. Thanks for watching. That was my opinion on this subject. Also leave a comment about what you think related to this carnivore diet. Is it good? Is it healthy? Does it have some benefits?
Do it!
Have you tried the carnivore diet? For the next video I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna go 7 days on the carnivore diet, so on eating animal products. Right now was the 3rd day and I'm okay, I'm not dead. That's good, I feel okay. So we're gonna see next time my thoughts and my progress on the carnivore diet. Hope you like this video, and if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, it really helps. Also hit that notification bell so you can know when the new videos come up. And I hope I'm gonna be okay for the next video to share with you my thoughts on the carnivore diet. Bye! Salut!